A lot of the negative entities that are in the world live in our physical body, in our gross food body. So when we start to reduce the physical body and reduce what we eat and how much we eat and the nature of what we eat and what we put into our body, and when I say eat, I mean anything we ingest, you know, through what we watch on the television, that's food. You know, what we read about, that's food. You know, what we talk about around the table, you know, that's food. So we start to make our diet absolutely clean and get mastery over the food body. The moment you get mastery over the food body, the causal body, the will force, has to work hard to get that. Because I can count on one hand the amount of people I know who've got control of their palate. Because it's very difficult. It's an advanced thing. But in order to get control of the food body, you also have to exercise the breath body, because you have to start training, do some physical stuff. You also start having to exercise the mind and the intellect body, because to understand palate, you need to study. You know, you need to expand the mind. So when we start to exercise the food body, we're exercising all 5 bodies at the same time. And the idea is that we unify these bodies. We unify them. So they call it the unity of being, so that they're all aligned, they're all congruent, they're all speaking the same language, and they're all coming from the same hymn sheet. So this is about expanding the intellect, expanding the mind, contracting the physical body, you know, the gross body, and just taking away all of its diet. So don't watch violent films. Don't take anything in excess like food. But obviously, you know, it's going to be transformative. When I give up alcohol, I lost 95% of my social circle. Because who does he think he is? I said to one of my friends, a really close friend, I said, I've given up alcohol as a cerebral exercise, as a Buddha exercise. And he goes, oh, fucking hell. He said, if I can't have a drink, I might as well swing from the nearest oak. And this was a man that was trying to tell me he wasn't addicted to alcohol. I might as well swing from the nearest oak. I said, oh, I wasn't asking you to give it up. I said, I was just talking.
It triggers people.
But then I gave it up as an exercise. And I go into the pub with my friend, who we go out once a month for something to eat. And I realise in 2 drinks, I'm drinking soft drink or coffee, and he's drinking alcohol. I'm talking to a complete stranger. And I don't like him very much. And he doesn't like me either, because we're not in that place anymore. So the reason people don't do these things is because it's painful, because the person that is expanded consciousness, you know, the girl that lies next to him in bed, or the boy that lies next to him in bed, might not like that new person. You know, you're going to be at work and you're not going to sit around and swap factory porn with people, because that's just not where you are. So you're automatically going to be separate from other people. So it means a massive degree of separation, and because you're going to another level of perception beyond the masses, you go into another stratosphere. So people will say that you're weird. Thank you very much, it's very kind. I'm doing my best. And they'll think that you're holier than thou. I had a lovely thing happen to me, Brian, if you don't mind me diversing a little bit, where I was taken out of my body. I woke in the middle of the night and felt very strange. And I was wide awake, I was alert awake, you know, because my body felt, I thought something was going wrong with my body. And suddenly I felt this boom, boom, boom. And I felt these 4 lights open up in me, and I came out of my body. I was out of my body and I was wide awake. And I just remember being curious. Not that I was imprisoned in the body, but that these lights or these chakras were keeping me safe in the body. Anyway, I floated up, went through this cloud, and suddenly I was I was invisible. I could tell that they couldn't see me, but I was in a square, and it was probably in the 30s. And there was an Indian guy teaching on stage, and he was teaching the paradoxical commandments. And he was saying, you're going to serve people, but they will hate you for it. You're going to love people, but love them anyway, and serve them anyway. He said, people are going to accuse you of agenda. You're going to accuse me of agenda. Do the work anyway. And it's something that Mother Teresa had on her desk, the paradoxical commandments. It's kind of saying, you'll do the best you can and you'll do it from the right place, but people will attack you, but love them anyway. And by not engaging what they do, you receive their negativity and you convert it into light. It gets brought into this, what they call the magic bowl in Chinese mythology, into the dantian. It goes in and it's converted into light. It's kind of a gift, really, but it's not an easy energy to manage, as you know. So it's kind of saying that when you start to do these things, people will misunderstand you, and you have to take that into consideration. It's not personal. Some people will attack you. It's not personal, even though it feels personal. Yeah. One of my close friends said to me the other day, I've got to tell you, Geoff, I'm not happy about when you first went very spiritual and started doing stuff. He said, I wasn't happy the way some of your senior students were disloyal to you. Some of them started hate campaigns on the internet about me and stuff. And I said, I said, I'd love to join you on that. And I said, I'd love to masturbate on that. I'd love to indulge in that. I said, but I've got no right to expect them to be loyal to me. I said, I wasn't even loyal to my first wife. I wasn't loyal to my own soul. I wasn't a loyal person. I said, I can't expect them to be loyal to me. I said, I love that. I said, I love that your students are loyal to you. I love that. I look at Rick Young. He's a close old friend of mine. I haven't seen him for a while, but I love that Rick Young students are so loyal to him. And I love the way people are around Dan in Asanto. They just, especially Rick Young, he protects him like a guardian. It's so admirable. But I can't expect that from my students because I was not a loyal person myself, And that's a difficult thing to receive, to go, what they're doing is not nice and it's not kind, but I've done a lot worse. And when I wrote this book, and I started to write about how I forgave them, I recognised I wasn't pardoning them and I wasn't condemning them, because when I wrote it down, I wrote down what they did in this book. And this voice said, now write down what you did, Geoff. My spirit said, now write down what you did, which was a lot worse. And it's very difficult to go, I had an affair on my wife and I had a blow job in the back of a greasy car and I lied and I lied and I lied. And I wasn't congruent in any way. I wasn't, the kindness was a surface thing. There was an agenda with everything I did. I wasn't a good person. I'm a good person now. I'm congruent now. But I'm only congruent because I know how weak I am. My congruence is that, as Zig Ziglar says, don't look at me too closely, because I'm still working on this. That's congruence for me. I'm still working, I'm still tripping up. But I recognise when you're doing this, that's the nature of it. Francis, Columbia, Milarepa, even at the level of sainthood, was still tripping up. But they just caught themselves quicker. They align themselves quicker.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, do you want to profit from crypto? Then join my DeFi Academy. The Crypto DeFi Academy will help you create generational wealth. But don't take my word for it. Listen to my students.
When I first got into crypto, I remember thinking to myself, I need to learn more. Brian Rose, learning crypto, learning DeFi, gotta do it.
I am so grateful that I jumped in and did this. I had to break through some limiting beliefs that I can do this, that I can afford this, that I can be in this.
It challenges the things that are deeply rooted within us.
Joining DeFi Academy has been one of the best decisions I have made on my blockchain journey.
This course was a life changer, a game changer, a huge eye-opener, coming from knowing practically nothing at the speed of the learning over 4 weeks was just fantastic.
The information you provided in this class was invaluable.
I feel far more confident in my next steps.
You took complex concepts and made them easier to understand.
What's different than so many other ones is it just doesn't tell you what to do. It actually makes you do it.
This is for people who are serious about becoming traders. This is the way it should be done.
I realized from this learning experience again that it is not about what you learn, but about who you learn it from.
The energy was insane. I've never experienced such incredible energy on a live call. Brian Rose, you are a legend, my friend.
It's the only thing in the market where you can get all information and learn everything what you need to know.
Everything is so clear and so well done, and I'm just forever grateful for this program.
It made me feel so much more confident about crypto than I did before.
I did not anticipate how passionate I was going to become about it.
It's of course been like a big learning experience for me, not just in the crypto space, but just in overall balance of life.
What I've learned is, how to take ownership, of my life in a way that I really hadn't before.
Yeah, you can't put a price on that, really.
I would recommend it to anybody, top notch.
Excellence does not come cheap. So if you want excellence, you got to pay for it, but it's so worth it.
Pull the trigger. That's what this course is about.
You're not going to regret it, really. It's amazing.
Thank you, Brian and team.
So what are you waiting for? Crypto is happening now. Click the link below, submit your application, and let me mentor you on how to create generational wealth and build the decentralized financial infrastructure of the future.